Alright guys, welcome back to another segment of What Would They Listen To? And today, I decided, you know what, I want to do one on one of my favorite shows, Ed, Edd, and Eddy. And you can see right here, yes, I'm using some fan art supporting my favorite ships from the show, the Eds and the Cankers. What? I like the pairings. Anyway, let's kick things off with, of course, the Eds. Now, starting off with, let's start with Eddy. Eddy, I can see his playlist consisting of, like, Elvis and Buddy Holly, a lot of 50s. I imagine him listening to a lot of 50s bands and singers, mostly because he still thinks they're cool. Because let's look at it. Eddy's repertoire, his whole thing and his whole set of dialect is kind of like set in the wrong era. You know, he calls dames and, you know, dolls and all that. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, his brother, as a cruel joke, said, oh yeah, you gotta listen to these guys to pick up chicks. And admittedly, you know, Elvis Presley has gotten a lot of men pussy. You know, you can't look away from that fact. But still, I think, unfortunately, living in a place like Peach Creek is lessening his chance to get it on. So, yeah. Anyway, but however, I do imagine Eddy also listening to some... I imagine him a little bit of a country fan, like Luke Bryan and Eric Church, a little bit of that in there, thrown in there for good measure. Also, I imagine him also being a fan of Green Day. I could also see Eddy listening to Green Day. Anyway, let's move on to Double D. Double D, he's going to be listening to, like, straight-up classical music, like Chopin and Bach and Beethoven and all that good stuff. And, yeah, I mean, I'd imagine that Double D would be listening to a lot of, like, of those type music, because I'm pretty sure as a kid he was exposed to that, and it just kind of, stuck with him. So, probably not, probably wouldn't be able to hear anything with a guitar, although, granted, I would not put it past Double D to listen to, like, Mumford & Sons. He looks like a Mumford & Sons kind of, he also looks like a guy who would also enjoy Coldplay. Coldplay, like I said, Mumford & Sons, and a lot of orchestra. Maybe some other, like really kind of hipster-type music. I imagine Double D, when he gets a little older, becoming a bit of a hipster. Let's not dodge around. He would be a hipster if they brought back the show. Anyway... Let's move on to Ed. Ed, oh my god, Ed. Ed would listen to, like, such music as Dr. Steele. He would be listening to fucking Avantasia. A lot of, like, I can imagine Ed listening to, like, Amon Amarth. And a lot of, like, a lot of Viking metal. I see a lot of metal in science fiction. Like, I could see Ed listening to Steam Powered Giraffe. Honest to God, I could see a lot of, like, geek stuff. Like I said, Dr. Steele, and some heavy metal thrown in there. Definitely because let's face it, he liked being Lothor. So I'd imagine him listening to, like, Wrath of the Northmen from I think, yeah, was it Amon Amarth, or am I thinking of somebody else? I'm a little confused there, but definitely some Viking metal, some pirate metal, a lot of metal that would do with a lot of fantasy. A lot of metal that would do with a lot of fantasy, and also some metal that would deal with science fiction. So obviously, Ed, I could imagine being a fan of Symphony X. Straight up. Also, I could see him being a fan of Nightwish. I could see him being a fan of Within Temptation. A lot of those kind of bands. A lot of, like, symphonic and fantasy type metal. So yeah. So I guess we'll skip right over to the Canker Sisters, starting with Lee. Lee... straight out of the gate country. Like, I'm talking Eric Church, Garth Brooks, a lot of current country. Luke Bryan, Alison Krauss, a little bit of bluegrass, a lot of bluegrass. And, what else? I can see the Good Old Boys. Wait, that was from Blues Brothers. It's a fictional universe, so why the fuck not have them in there? So... yeah. Anyway, so a lot of country is what I'm saying for Lee. She just looks like a country fan. Not to say, like, she's trailer trash or anything, but she just looks like she'd be kicking back and drinking a beer while listening to Bottoms Up by, oh god, what's his name? I know the guy. I just can't remember his name. But yeah, country fan right there. Let's talk about May. May, I could see. Oh, May. May would probably be sharing the same kind of music. Although I would definitely imagine Barbie Girl on May's iPod. I could definitely see May having Barbie Girl on there, as well as like some Lady Gaga and Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj, because I'm pretty sure she would be like that. The very like, I'm a pretty girl like these people too. Yeah, I could even see her listening to some Miley Cyrus as well. Anyway, so there's that. Let's talk about Marie. I saved the best for last. Marie, oh boy, Marie, she is going to be the black sheep of, she's going to be the fucking black sheep of the trio, because I'd imagine, and I would not put it past it, but if you look, I'm pretty sure if you went into Marie's iPod, you would see, like, fucking Stone Sour, Disturbed, Static X, Marilyn Manson, Sex Pistols, fucking, maybe some Depeche Mode in there, Breaking Benjamin, Korn, Evanescence, We Are the Fallen, fucking Slipknot, all those, like, hard rock, heavy metal kind of bands. I would even see, like, she'd be listening to, like, the deep, deep screamo. Like, I'm talking fucking Heaven Shall Burn and all that. I could definitely see that on Marie's fucking iPod. So there you go. So let's talk about the other members of the cul-de-sac. Rolf, I'm just going to say right out the gate, Rolf, I got no fucking clue, because I'm pretty sure he would listen to you know, music in America and be like, this poppycock is not worth the time of a son of a shepherd. Oh god, I did that a little too well. So, definitely, I think he would just be resignated to just listening to his own music, like his own folk music. Maybe he would like bluegrass. Maybe he might like bluegrass. Maybe it'll just remind him of the old country, or maybe yodeling. A lot of yodeling. Anyway. I just can't get that image out of my head of Rolf trying to listen to some of Kevin's music. Speaking of Kevin, let's move on to that Fred Durst-looking motherfucker. So, yeah, Limp Bizkit, a lot of 90s, Linkin Park, a lot of 90s new metal groups, like a lot of rap metal on there. I could see even, like, Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, Tech Nine, Lil Wayne. I could see even Soulja Boy. I could see Ice Cube on his... A lot of rock, metal, and rap. A lot of that. And a lot of Wiz Khalifa. He, like, I don't know why. He just looks like someone who would be listening to Wiz Khalifa. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's move on to Nas. Nas, kind of like what I was saying with May. A lot of the same music as May, but with also I could see like Madonna on there and Lady Gaga. I could see even, like I said, Nicki Minaj. I could see even. That's about it. Like you could literally look at May's and Nas's music would probably be very much alike. But Nas would probably have a like. I could see Nas as a huge Madonna fan. I don't know why, but it just kind of resonates. Like, yeah, she would be listening to, like, she would be singing Like a Virgin to herself. She kind of looks like that character. Anyway, let's move on to Johnny. Man, I got no fucking clue for Johnny. Oh fuck, man, I got no fucking clue for Johnny. For Johnny, this is gonna be tough. Maybe Fall Out Boy, because it's actually no. The one thing I could see Johnny listening to is Weird Al Yankovic. Straight up Weird Al Yankovic. Like, that would be nothing but he would listen to. Him and Plank would just be singing, you know, I'm fat, or Eat It, or, you know, shit like that. They would just be listening to Weird Al all the goddamn time. So, yeah. So, who have I got left? no, I did Kevin. Sarah. Sarah, probably the same pop songs. More likely the same pop music as well. Also some Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Definitely those, and some Britney Spears in there as well, for good measure. And actually, yeah, Jimmy would probably have that too. Jimmy and Sarah would probably have the same kind of music. Very pop, very rhythm kind of based music, stuff like that. So yeah, that's really all I got for the people of the cul-de-sac. But let me, you guys tell me, what do you think the characters from Ed, Edd and Eddy would listen to? You guys tell me below, and yeah, I'm really curious. What do you guys think they would listen to? Really curious about this. And yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.